high points on Evora, quite exceptional performance in kind of the broader perspective. This philosophy that the company's had consistently held dear to his heart from day one, performance through lightweight. For those of you that know the Elise and Exige well, they're very kind of single-purpose, pure sports cars. Most of our owners of the Elise and Exige, it's a second car, third car, it's a weekend fun car, a track car. Evora is a Lotus you can happily, comfortably drive every day.
The chassis is an evolution of the Elise chassis. Yes, it is a Toyota engine, but we changed the characteristics of it. It's the EA60 gearbox, and it comes in two ratio sets. Calipers, 4-piston calipers, front and rear. We've got huge 350mm diameter discs on the front and 332 on the rear. I think one thing I wanted to achieve with this car when we developed it is I wanted a car that felt as agile and nimble as an Elise, but with high levels of comfort.
I think the new Lotus Evora is a very pure, sophisticated, incredibly well handling and riding mid-engine sports car. It's exotic, it's very exclusive, will build fewer than 2,000 a year for the entire world. The handling is so neutral. The grip is so very high, it's well balanced, and yet the ride quality is very supple. We're driving over, fairly rough surfaces, bumpy surfaces throughout the drive route today, and the Evora just soaks them up. And that comes from the car is inherently good from the core of the vehicle on outward. The core structure of the vehicle, what we call our versatile vehicle architecture, is extruded in sheet aluminum, epoxy bonded and riveted together. It's basically aerospace technology in an automobile. It's a 21st century sports car. It's very strong, very lightweight. The whole chassis structure, basic structure of the car only weighs about 440 pounds. And yet the torsional rigidity of the car is over 26,000 newton meters per degree. And when that glorified bracket, the core of the car that you hang everything off of, is that rigid, then our engineers are able to very finely tune the suspension. Good old-fashioned springs and dampers, no electronic suspension, no adjustability. You don't need all that when the car is inherently good, light, rigid, low center of gravity. This is a car that's capable of well over 1G lateral grip, and yet the ride quality is just supple and comfortable. This is a Lotus sports car that you can comfortably drive every day. You can jump in this car and decide you want to make a road trip across the country, no problem, it's up for it. And I've driven the car already several thousand miles under my belt in this car in various events and things that we've done, and I think the longest drive day I've done in it thus far was about a 14-hour drive from Vancouver, Washington to Reno, Nevada. And I did that drive with a colleague of mine, two of us in the car, our luggage in the back seat, and some of our duffel bag luggage in the trunk as well. And 14 hours on the road, we got to Reno, Nevada, and we were refreshed. We could have driven another 14 if we had to for any reason. It's that kind of car. And yet, you could do a 14-hour drive. Your destination might be a racetrack. You could take it right out on the racetrack, and the car will perform admirably well on the racetrack. It's just an exceptional motor car. It's an all-around exceptional motor car.